Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest episode of Roleplay The West Marches. Here with, wait, maybe I can get this right. Okay, Ryan, Jeff, Neil, and Jen. Wait, it's that way. Cool. What week is it? I don't know. Let's find out. How are you all? I'm super stoked.
What a tradition.
Excellent.
To never know what
I
week it
am
is.
excited to be here.
I'm super happy to be here.
Excellent. I'm super happy to have you
hang
all
on.
here.
Whoa. Okay. Didn't get
Jeff
to
is
say
not
it.
super excited to be here.
Exactly. I'm more tepid. I'm kind of I'm willing to participate, but we'll see where it goes. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
true. You've gotten used to the attentions of a greater GM, and now you're just like, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, this Adam guy, I don't know if he's all that good compared with the GM of Swansong.
Steven gets me stuck in bushes for entire episodes. So
That's true. Yes. Yeah,
I'm
that
waiting.
was the last time I roleplayed and I GM'd for you, Jeff. I got you stuck in
Yes!
bushes.
Oh, I remember. It was a great time.
Oh,
Stuck
this is
in
gonna
a
be
bush while
good.
guys shoot at me.
You're gonna like this.
Mhm.
Yes, it is week 27 on the West Marches, so that's great. Neil, how you doing, man? What are you up to these days?
I have been doing a lot of stuff since I got back from my whirlwind 3-month trip across the world.
Awesome.
So I've just been doing a lot of things. I got a couple things coming up. I got a new D&D show coming up with the people that are auditioning to be on it, and then if they die, they're off the show. It's gonna be
sweet.
fun. Hardcore Heroes. It's gonna be great. Got a 144-hour marathon stream coming up, and then just a lot of road
You're
to.
nuts.
Wait.
I saw you announce that. You're fucking nuts.
What did you say? How many hours?
6 days, 6
144.
hours.
No, it got cut back down to just 6 days straight.
6 days straight.
What a those.
But you got to
finals
keep it
sound
reasonable.
Really
you
weird.
can't.
Neil is a very reasonable person.
It was the ending time would be everyone would be asleep for the ending time if I did 6 days, 6 hours. So I cut it back so people would be awake
asleep,
for it.
awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, and so on for 6 days.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You know, I want it to end at a reasonable time for viewers.
No. I will watch, Neil. The last time you did your 120 hours or whatever, it was like all fun and games, and at the end you were like in this weird psychedelic slurring like strange state that was actually terrifying, but it was fun to experience through your life deprecation. You were like, Zero, the water bowl. The water bowl. It was just
The
weird.
weird thing is, I don't notice myself slurring my words at all. To me, I sound totally normal and completely coherent.
That's trippy. So
Yeah.
Neil, have you contacted any like science people about watching and monitoring your stream in order to like further the research of sleep deprivation?
Right now, Stephen,
You're
I'm
living in a what?
scientists in
Oh,
Vietnam.
I see. Right. Yeah.
Maybe when I get back to the West.
Hey, Vietnam, we're talking about science.
Well, good luck, man. If you can make it through that, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's wild. Good luck. Jen, it's been a while since I've
Yay.
played some D&D with you, not since Nimmergeist this past January, which was awesome.
Yeah, it
What have you
was.
been up to?
Just working a lot on Rainbow Six, which is coming on December 1st, so at some point I might have more time in my life. But
Maybe.
I'm really excited about that. Been traveling a lot, which is fun for work. Missing a little bit the esports events, though I don't do those as much as before, but hopefully they will pick back up in my life. So, yeah, I'm just doing well. That's it.
That's fantastic. Doing well is great. Ryan, how have you been?
I have been excellent. Instead of just recapping what I've done for the past whatever since I last played, because it's
gonna switch it
basically
up?
the same old. As you all know, Overwatch is coming out, which
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about. That's coming out on the 27th. So apparently the keys are going to be super rare, and so in my brain I was like, here's my idea. Let's get on as many Blizzard friends and family lists as possible so that I'm guaranteed a key. This was my strategy going in, right? So then I get message from one of my friends like, yeah, man, I got you on my FNF list. And then I get messages from several others like later on, and they're like, you know what, I can't get you on my FNF list because you're on this person's. So
Oh,
I got my
shit.
hand caught in several cookie jars trying to like get into all the betas. So word to the wise, you can only be on one. I just found that out.
That's
And,
brutal.
But I'm
Did
excited.
they make fun of you? Were they like, haha, you're a nerd?
No, not really, because they're all nerds too, so like we're all part of the culture. But yeah, they were like, yeah, you definitely tried to get on several different lists.
That's
So.
funny. Bummer. But you're going to be streaming it when it comes out.
Hopefully. I'm really excited for the game. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I actually haven't been paying much attention to it at all. Like, I'm interested, I'm curious, but I have almost like intentionally not been watching because I want to be excited when it comes out so that I can be like, oh yeah, this is a really cool game. So I can't wait. I think it's going to be lots of fun.
Indeed.
Jeff, what have you been up to? We just saw you, this Wednesday? Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot's changed. I'm super busy. I'd like to announce my 300-hour stream I'm going to be doing in December.
Okay.
I've been traveling a lot, working on Rainbow 7, which is the successor to 6. It's going to be a lot better.
Is it coming out on like November 30th?
December 2nd.
Oh.
And then, actually, funny. No, I can't do the right one. Anyways, doing good. Just excited to play. And I just want to put a word out there. West Marches sounds like they were like, guys, no, be careful. It's all about fighting, getting loot, and experience. and then Steven before the show's like, guys, I want you to keep the chatter at a minimum. Like, let's talk in between missions and just try to get there. And the whole time I'm like, what? Wait, this isn't the West Marches. This is the Jeff fucking Marches right now.
It is the Jeff's Marches.
Yeah. So
it really is a show for you, Jeff. The
I'm
right
excited.
solution to just about every problem is to kill it.
Look, in the land of hobo murder killers, man, I'm kind of king there. So I'm feeling good. This will be awesome.
It is going to be super fun.
Yeah,
I'm really
I'm
excited to
doomed,
have
though.
you on the show, Jeff.
Thank you for having me.
Who's lawful good again?
I picked
Me.
Thanks, I might have a
it.
friend.
Yeah.
Man, good characters. It's been a while since we've had any actual good characters on the West Marches, so I guess we'll see how that plays. I guess we're about to ready to get started, which makes it like the shortest pre-show ever, Chad. You're welcome. I'm looking out for you. But first, let me call everyone's attention immediately below the screen where there is a wonderful banner showing you the official RollPlay West Marches shirt. Ooh, designed by a clever girl on Twitch. She did a great job with it, and it's on sale until I don't know when, but there you know. It's a limited time only, and it's super awesome. So yeah, let's get started. Worth noting that you can buy through either a RollPlay US or RollPlay EU link, which helps alleviate some of the shipping issues that people have had in the past. Yeah. So JP's looking out for you.
We do have to apologize to the African viewers. There is no link for you yet, but maybe soon.
We'll work on it next time. Yeah, exactly. We'll contact Teespring. So tell me who you're each playing. Jeff is Spec Person the Third.
Yes. Spec Person the Third is a kind of normal-looking man who is a knight-ish, brown hair, brown eyes.
Are you a human man?
Human man. Nondescript everything, not particularly handsome, not ugly. Just 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. But with that 16 strength, he's been doing his core workouts, swinging the sword quite well. And he's made appearances in other shows as well. Never died. So that's why we're taking him to the marches. Seeing if he can do it there too.
Awesome. He's never died. That's going to be what I write down.
Good to know.
What's your AC, Spec Person the Third?
18.
Damn, son.
Carries a long sword
Damn.
and a shield. He is wearing chainmail, so he's on his not too much backstory in West March, I guess, but he was a knight at one time, and he's now looking for new beginnings.
Nice. Jen,
Yep.
who are you?
My name is Monkey.
Okay.
I'm a female monk that uses the key energy.
Human.
Who comes from
no.
yeah, I know.
Oh no.
It's terrible. And
Jen, I'm not Adam here. Awesome.
And yeah, I've come from my background is a little bit of like a secluded community, but more of a natural tribal vibe. I didn't want to do the whole monastery thing, so it's more of a grew up in the wild with a sort of not so religious, but like a in sync with nature kind of group.
Nice. So, yeah, in sync with nature. Tell us what you look like.
My character is only 5 foot tall, and she's very fit and kind of. She runs around everywhere. She's a little bit of a ninja.
Fit ninja. Like
ninja.
hair color, eye color? Any distinctive markings?
Are you female?
Yeah, I picked a girl.
Good.
So she's got, I guess, mid-length black hair, brown eyes, a little bit of a tan skin because she stays outside. Yeah. None.
Does she like math homework?
I guess she doesn't make her hair all that pretty and doesn't take that much care of herself, so she might be a little bit dirty and have her hair a little bit messy.
Got it. Cool. Ryan, introduce yourself.
Yes, I am going to be playing Orion Randy.
Orion Randy.
That is first and last.
Nice.
Sorry, just
So-
Jeff's laughing is just throwing me off. He's a ranger.
So Orion Randy, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a human.
I'm a. I need Jeff.
Are you
I'm gonna
are
be
you
myself.
male? Are you male Orion Randy?
I am a male. Yes, I'm
Okay.
a male.
Ranger.
So, yeah. Sorry. I'm 5'5", 152 pounds. Very dirty fingernails, calloused hands. You can often find me with like some chewing tobacco or dip going on. Very much like an outlander, like out from the country, wilderness type area. I am missing. Sorry, guys. I am missing the pinky finger. Jeff's killing me. Okay, I'm
Oh
missing
my
the
God.
pinky finger on my left hand. Perhaps that backstory will come up later. And yeah, my hair, dirty blonde, shaggy, and blue eyes. I think we covered it.
Missing pinky finger,
Yes.
shaggy. Yeah, Randy. Good.
Indeed.
And Neil.
I am going to be playing the straight man, apparently. I am Langus Volmator, a human
How
fighter.
is Langus Volmator the straight man?
Orion Randy, Spec Person
All
the
right,
Third, and Monkey.
Whatever you say, Colonel. No
Monkey
problem.
is serious business, all right. She
Ryan,
doesn't
was
mess
your
around.
character ever in the military? Are you Private Randy? Or General Randy, maybe? Or are you just
Maybe
generally Randy?
Maybe he's Colonel Randy, and your rank is something else entirely.
Conolingus, man. Oh.
God. All right. So
La-
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Langus.
you're a human male fighter.
Human male fighter, 37 years of age, of noble descent, 18 AC, 10 HP, copper hair, brown eyes. You wear, what is it, scale mail, I believe? Yeah, scale mail with a shield. I picked up a couple of magic spells on my campaigns in faraway places where I also picked up Draconic. My family taught me Elven at home because, noble birth, got to keep up with all the happenings in all the rest of the world.
You speak 3
Yeah.
languages?
I speak 3 languages. My go-to weapon is a warhammer. Well, I have a heavy crossbow for all those faraway targets, and a short sword for backup, and a dagger for this and that.
Yeah.
Whatever I need.
Close.
And I am a devout follower of Martha. She is the goddess of creation, probably a regional name for Rona. And I actually have a whole bunch of holy scripts from her teachings emblazoned upon my shield.
How did he feel when she went to prison? Was that more of like a
In my country, she never went to prison. It's
Okay.
Martha. Martha never goes to prison.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. So you all are all sitting in Frelka's Tavern. So there's a town at the edge of at the west edge of civilization. It's called Virascali. It's the place where everybody goes, where all of the rogues and wanderers of the world head out towards in order to try and make their place in the world. And the western edge of civilization is just a vast, unexplored, and generally uncivilized wilderness. And within the bounds of civilization, the world is very stable and normal and boring. But out on the western edge, you hear there's the opportunity for adventure, the opportunity to change your living situation in order to like make that money that you would never get the chance to inside of the eastern kingdom of Lorien. And so you all, for whatever reason, have ventured to the town of Virascali in order to gather other adventurers like yourselves together and sally forth in order to make a name for yourself. So you're all sitting in Frelka's Tavern, which is like half set into the ground on the north end of town. You have to go down a set of fairly cramped stairs to get into a dim, lantern-lit tavern room. There's always a few rogues and rascals hanging out down there. Frelka, the big man in the back, is always polishing a countertop. There's almost like a divot in the counter where he's just been polishing it for ages and ages. He looks up and nods curtly when you come in, gets you whatever drinks you want. So we're seeing you in here now, and is this the first time you've all met each other, or what?
I believe it's the first time I've met these fellows.
Yeah, I don't know them.
I feel like Neil's character was this like this guy that kept trying to kill us and oftentimes did, and like we've interacted before. We're not really sure. It was kind of a while ago.
Like a deja vu kind
The
of
rest of us are really good friends that just tried to survive him for a long time.
So he seems familiar to you for some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Like which one of you has the information about the quest that you want to take? Like you've all heard rumors, right? You've heard that there's a witch out in the northwest of town who's looking for someone to go murder a couple of goblins. There's some oracle who lives in a cave who's looking for someone to grab an artifact from a nearby lake. There's a warrior in a distant region called Azamreth who's looking for someone to help him recover the Spear of Reverent Wounding. And in a forest far to the north, you've heard of the unearthing of some great treasure, and people are looking for defenders to help them secure it. And also that there's a group of elves that have taken up residence there that are being bothered by large floating tendrilled sacks that are wafting through the forest and infecting anyone they touch with a rage. So of these, like, who knows of one of these things and is presenting it to the rest of the group?
Well, one of them's the gremlin one, right?
Yeah. Commonly called goblins.
Well, in your dialect, maybe. But I think we're kind of sitting there chillaxing, and Spec Person the Third kind of reaches under the table and pulls out a piece of paper, pushes it into the middle of the table, and says, Spec Person the Third has found what might be...
What's that? I don't know what to read.
Yes, Spec Person the Third wants you to wait until he's finished. Spec Person the Third's found a mission for us. It seems very suitable. Mission Spec Person the Third believes we could do quite easily. Probably better than another group before them.
I pick up the paper and flip it over, read through its contents, and slide it back saying, marauding, thieving goblins. Sounds like justice could be served here.
Spec Person the Third likes the cut of your jib. Orion Randy? Monkey? Spec Person the Third also wants your opinions. What do you think?
I hate goblins. They keep harassing my people, so let's get rid of them.
Well, I'm not too particular about goblins, but it would be awfully lonesome here in the tavern by myself. If the three of you are going, I'll come too.
Cool.
Spec Person the Third thinks it's been agreed upon.
Awesome. So you guys you've said it. You're going to go take this quest from Hextia. Let's really quickly go over like the special rules for the West Marches, because there are some. So you don't gain inspiration by using your traits, bonds, ideals, or flaws in classic 5th edition fashion. Instead, every time there's a long rest, we have the opportunity for one of you to have a scene all to yourselves where you show the audience and the rest of us playing a little bit more about your character. If you do that, you gain inspiration. Then anybody else who's playing can ask you for more information about that scene. Anybody who does, you can give one of those people inspiration also. So for every scene like that, 2 people can walk away with inspiration. If your character survives and decides to come back to the West Marches, when you return, you'll have 1 downtime action that you can spend around town to help bolster your next adventure. If you find books, the books in question will let you just straight up ask me N questions about the subject. So if you find a 3-question book, you can ask me 3 questions. Oracles are kind of the opposite. You get to ask me 1 question from the list that I answer, and then I will ask you 3 more questions from that list, and you will answer. And that's how you get to like inject stuff into the West Marches. And I'm going to need your help with this, and I need to remember it myself. Every time I say a filler word, like, you know, those words, if I use it as a filler word, every player gains 1 gold piece.
And it falls from the
so-
skies on our heads.
It only falls from the sky on Neil.
Do we add 3 gold right now then, Steven? Because you just said
No.
3 of them.
It's the
The rule
spirit of the
even
law.
states every time the GM says a filler word.
It's the spirit of the
Steven,
law,
where is
not
this
the letter
gold
of
coming
the law.
from? It seems to break with the lore of the game.
It's
If the gold
falling
is
from the
falling from the sky.
heavens. Yeah.
Okay. It's like a curse. It's like a curse jar.
It's like a curse jar, exactly. So
It's what, a curse jar?
it is
Well, Ryan,
like
a curse jar
a
is
curse
where
jar.
a curse jar is where if someone says like fuck or shit, they put some money in there. It's really common in really weird places like the South.
Yeah, like the South. None of us know anything about that, though. All right, let's get started. Do you all? There you go. Everybody mark down 1 gold. This is gonna be terrible. Shit.
Another gold.
Do I get the gold because I'm inside?
Yes, it falls
So
from the
does it just
ceiling
fall
and
from
it
the
hits you on the
rafters?
head. Yeah,
Is it 2 then, Jen? Did you catch another one?
Yeah.
it was 2 officially. The count so far is 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do you all need to purchase provisions before you set out on your journey?
You know what I'm gonna do? Like, yeah, I think I do need. No. Like, I think we did that beforehand.
I'm gonna start taking gold away from you every time you decide.
I've got my explorer's pack, so I think I'm all set.
All
Same
right.
with me.
So what's your plan? What are you gonna do first?
Well,
Perhaps we should talk to this witch.
Yeah, let's go to the witch.
Great.
so Spec Person the Third stands up really upright. It's a little bit like Kramer in his movements, and we walk out, I suppose.
Great. Which of you is leading the party in
That'd
your
probably-
overland travels?
I think that'd be me. Well, can you describe for us? Well, I guess we wouldn't know that yet, but I think that would be me. I would like to.
Okay.
The Randy
Let me
Boys.
see your name. Orion Randy.
Of course.
All right, Mr. Randy.
It's called the Steven. Moving forward, it's called the Randy Boys in one grill.
The Randy boys and 1 girl.
Grill.
Randy's boys.
And
All
a girl.
right. And a girl.
The Randy Boys in one grill. It's not Randy's Boys. It's the Randy Boys.
The Randy's boys
No.
and a
Randy
girl.
It's a name. You got to get it right, okay? Just like Conolingus. Go ahead.
All right, Randy. You know that Hextia's hut lies about 4 hours northwest of town of Virascali, across the central Ellen Plains, which are rolling fields of grasses that wave in the breeze. It is October. It's late October at the time that you're setting out, so it's starting to get rather chilly in the West Marches.
Okay, let's just fast travel to it then. So we're there.
Randy, Orion, would you?
Yes.
How do you want to travel across?
Gold.
Everybody mark down 1 gold.
You said it's
How do you want to travel across the lands here?
You said it's 4.5 hours?
Yeah, about 4 hours.
I suppose we could all go on foot. It's not too far.
Let me pop this up for you. So you can travel by trying to be stealthy, by using your survival skills to navigate your way more accurately, or by using athletics to really muscle your way through whatever challenges you come across.
Let's muscle through.
If we stick around town for
Definitely-
like another hour, we should have enough gold to buy horses.
Only if we talk.
I think actually that survival would be the best way to go right now.
Okay. So give me a survival roll. So you can just click the survival skill on your character sheet, and then it'll pop up in chat. All right, 15. So you gain 3 travel actions. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Okay, so the way this works is that at any time you can spend a travel action to hunt and find food for your party for today, to find your direction and avoid becoming lost, to make camp and locate a secure site for camping so that you don't get attacked overnight. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 day on your travels to forage and find food for yourselves for today and tomorrow. And if you, sorry, there's another gold. And if you had rolled a 21 plus, then you would gain 1 day of movement by finding a shortcut. There's another gold.
1 gold.
Oh my god. It is so hard.
We're gonna be rich.
And that's
No.
what she said.
You are not going to gain any more gold from me. From now on, I am only speaking in full, complete sentences without any filler words.
If this was on Facebook, Stephen, and I wanted to signify my appreciation of what you're doing, what would I hit?
Which
I
button?
think you would press the like button.
All right, 1 more gold.
No, that doesn't count. All right. It has to be used as a filler word, Jeff.
You're right.
So
It doesn't say that in the rule, but I'm gonna allow it.
Here you
I'm
go.
gonna kill you guys. I'm gonna just murder you. You're not gonna survive. You're gonna get 500
You keep
gold and then you're
showering us
gonna
in gold.
die.
We're gonna die in suffocation of gold, man.
Good thing there's no rules on
Well,
like.
Jeff's character bought an actual helicopter in episode 1. It was really weird. He just kind of started shooting things from the sky.
This is persistent for the rest of the groups. Just so you all know, chat. It's a bad habit of mine. I need to break it, and I'm gonna. Okay. Randy. Hextia's hut lies 4 hours northwest.
Yes.
So I need you to make.
We made a survival check, right?
That's another
You've made a survival check. You get 1 more gold. Roll 1d100 4
Ooh.
times.
Do we want high or low? It matters.
Ah,
This is
The gods-
terrible.
The dice roll
I'm
gods
so
care.
rich. Let's go back to town and buy some really expensive stuff.
How much gold have y'all gained so far? 8, 10?
9.
9. Very nice. If you want to avoid encounters, you want to roll low. But avoiding encounters isn't always fun.
Yeah, we want to hit stuff. Just roll.
That's why it's hard to say high or low.
Let the dice decide. Well, that was
11,
fucking
33, 40, and 25.
fight 'em
Fantastic.
all.
horrible. Can we?
Item-
Ryan, you're never rolling again. This was.
No, this was on purpose.
Yeah. You make it to Hextia's hut without incident. It's about midday. It's partly cloudy today. There's a breeze. There's another gold. There's a breeze flowing across the plains that cools you as you walk. You're marching at a brisk pace. You make it in good time. You crest a hill and you see in a valley in front of you, there is a small wooden hut that's built out of logs. There's a fence all around the hut. It looks like a fence that you would find on a ranch or something like that, where there's another one where there's split logs that have been crisscrossed across each other. It's not a thick fence. It's a fence that is very permeable. You could climb over it or sort of slip your way through it very easily. There is an entrance in the front where the fence is just open. What do you do?
Well, Steven,
I
actually, that
use
was a
the
really good
entrance.
description, but can you actually spend a little bit more time describing that for me, please, just so I can fully immerse myself?
The afternoon is cool as the breeze blows across the central Ellen of plains. Down below you, you see Hextia's hut. The scent of a cook fire wafts under your nostrils as you approach.
Okay, that was great. Thank you.
Any sign of life other than the cook fire?
Give me a perception check.
All right.
Clever.
And you said this is Hextria that we're in right now?
You've made it to Hextia's hut. You got good directions from people around town. Some of you have spoken with guards to find your ways to nearby landmarks, and this is one that you know.
Okay.
15. You feel confident there's nothing else living in the immediate environs. You see a couple of chickens scratching in the yard of Hextia's hut, but that's all.
Follow me. I think we're on the right path here.
Spectest the Fed, respectfully, Mr. Randy, maybe we send Monkey in first. She, I've heard, Spectest the Third heard this witch prefers this, women.
Ice cream out.
The
Hexia,
Pharaoh
are you
sex.
there?
You're
Spectest-
about 1,000 feet away from the house right now, so she's not going to be able to hear you very easily from your current position, your vantage point looking down on the on the valley where her house is.
Spectest the Third was merely saying we should let Monkey lead.
Yeah.
We'll
I start
Spec-
walking
yeah.
down there.
Great. Yeah, you make it up to the entrance of the gate. You can see. Actually, give me a perception test,
Okay.
Monkey.
Yes.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Perception. Sorry, I'm not used to this new macro thing. Perception. Here you go.
Awesome. Monkey, you spot as you're approaching that there are the heads of roosters mounted on the fence posts on either side of this open gate leading towards Hextia's hut. They are dried and desiccated and dead.
Spec piss and see some cock on top of those shafts over there.
They seem dried up. Old and dried up. Uninteresting. Let's move on.
Spec piss and the Third agrees.
All right, Monkey leads the way and steps between the gates. As she does, the two cocks open their mouths and crow.
And it's just their heads.
I
just
do
their
the
heads.
same sound back at them. I'm like, "Ah!"
The door to the hut slams open, and there's a woman standing outlined in the doorway by the light from within. She crawls out, "Who goes there?"
Ah! Hello.
Well, I guess we're commonly known as the Randy Boys and one girl.
Spec
That's
piss,
who goes there.
It's grill with an R in front.
Grill.
of the guy.
One grill.
Yes.
Commonly known my left bunion. I've never heard of you. What are you here for? What do you want? Are you here to buy anything, or are you just here to make noise?
We're here to kill goblins.
My good dear, we saw your posting about your desire to rid yourself of these malignant thieves of yours. We would be
Yes.
honored to do this work.
Wonderful. You're aware of the reward?
Yes?
Good. Go eliminate them. You'll need to bring me my charm just so that I can verify that you've slain the creatures, but I don't need it back. You can feel free to keep it. Its magic is wasted anyway.
You'll need to point us in the direction they've gone.
Yes, yes. I was casting a spell into the charm late one night a few weeks ago at the crossroads to the east of Virascali. If you follow the road out of town, or even if you simply head due east from here, eventually you will hit these crossroads. As I was away gathering herbs from underneath a nearby bush, a group of goblins showed up and they stole my charm, running away with it. The magics were incomplete. These goblins are doubtless racked with terrible energies. Someone needs to put them out of their misery. I suppose it might as well be you four. I don't know where they hide out, but if you go to the crossroads, I'm certain you can explore around and find their hideout quickly.
What does its charm look like?
It's a small collection of twigs and bone. It looks much like this one. She reaches up inside of the door that she's standing in and plucks something from her ceiling, and she holds it out ahead of you, or ahead of herself.
I examine it carefully.
She presses it into your hand, and you feel like there's one more gold. You feel a buzzing in your palm as you hold the charm.
Is it magical?
Of course, but only mildly. As a witch, I infuse objects with my magics. They create unique warding effects. This one is a ward against thieves, and then she glares at you.
I glare at her back and I say, what about the other one?
It was supposed to be a charm for healthy pregnancy.
I don't suppose
Something
it's you
we
trying to
definitely
get
do not-
pregnant.
Spec Person the Third wants to know, are you trying to conceive?
It was not for me. It was for a client.
Something we should definitely keep out of the hands of these foul creatures. Were they to
Don't want them
breed
to
more
reproduce,
rapidly,
yeah.
the world would be a darker place.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad you see it my way.
Spec Person the Third
Langus.
wants to say, yep, Conolingus knows about reproduction.
My eye
All right.
twitches underneath my
I'm
scale
tired
mail
of talking to
Koloth.
this old woman. Let's head out to the crossroads.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So it's not quite a baby mission. This is to stop babies from happening mission. Is that correct?
Sorry, what's the question?
Oh, nothing.
The question is, you want to stop babies from happening.
Right. Kind of.
Okay. So you're leading the group across the plains. Once again, Orion Randy. What route are you taking? Are you traveling directly eastward? Are you going back to Virascali and traveling along the road? How are you trying to make your way there?
Is there a forest route?
There is no forest route that leads you directly there, but you know that there is a forest to the north. You could, for example, you could head into the forest to the north and travel northeast until you hit the road that the crossroads sprouts off of. You could travel south along the road in order to return to the crossroads by that route.
Well, it might take a little bit longer, but I am pretty handy in the forest, so maybe we should head that way.
I feel most comfortable in the forest too, actually.
Spec
All
Person
right.
the Third thinks the Randy boys and one grill should go to the forest.
All right, forest it is then.
Langus, you feel comfortable with this course of action?
Yes.
All right. Orion Randy, lead the group. Where would you like to go? You can actually just ping on the map. You can like click and hold in order to make pings happen.
I got my character sheet in the way. Hold on. Okay.
Just leave it up there. We're going to be adding gold to it in a second.
Yeah, like an endpoint ping where the crossroads is.
If you select the mouse cursor and then you click and hold, you'll do a circular ping like the one I am currently doing.
Right. Yeah. But do I know where the crossroads is?
No.
Okay. You said it was due east.
Yes, but you also said that you wanted to travel through the forest to get there, which is north. So this is your opportunity to show me into which neighboring hex you'd like to move.
Okay. So I guess the forest is up this way, like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll 1d100.
Okay.
Great. Just so you know, you can hit up in the chat window there in order to repopulate your previous entry, and then you can just hit enter. So give me a second one. Perfect. And now where? North again?
Sure.
All right. Two more.
As Orion leads us northward, I say, shouldn't we be headed east?
Well, I'm hoping that we can go just a little bit north to these woods, and then the woods would head east. Do we see these, like, is it mountain?
No, the gray hexes are simply, it's the edge of the region, so to speak. The forest continues ahead of you for a long
Cool.
way. This is so hard. Holy shit.
Owen?
Yes.
I actually, joking aside, it's awesome that you're doing this, though, because it is a hard habit to break.
It is really hard. Holy shit. All right. So you can head east now if you'd like, now that you've entered the forest.
Yes.
The forest continues in all directions from here. West, north, east. Yes.
Okay. Sure.
There's one more. You have reached the end of your traveling day. If you'd like, you can spend one of your travel actions in order to achieve a specific result. For example, finding a hidden camp for you to bed down in. You can go hunting in order to provide food for your travelers so that nobody has to use their trail rations today. It's up to you.
We get these replenished per day.
You get one every 3 days. Or you get to re-roll every 3 days. So you have 3 actions, and you can spend them over today and the next 2 days, however you like.
Well, it'd probably be smart if we bedded down somewhere safe. We wouldn't want to get attacked in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I agree.
You spend a little time searching, and you find a hollow that has a series of fallen trees laying over it. It looks like, until recently, it was inhabited by a bear or something like that. But you can see from the tracks that it hasn't been inhabited for a number of weeks.
This here old bear cave looks perfect. You know, I think the mama bear's moved on, so right in here.
All right.
Wise idea.
Before we settle down, I'd like to look around for any types of like tracks or especially any signs of goblins, just in case.
Give me a perception test. You see nothing relevant. You spend
Alright,
a little bit of
seems
time
clear.
searching. Yeah.
All right, so I'm ready for sleep. I ask if anyone wants to do rotations for sleeping.
Orion,
Another
Randy,
wise idea.
you find that this campsite is so hidden by its position and by the fact that it's a cave dug down under these fallen trees that there is actually no need to post a watch. You'll be fine without one.
Well, you know, Monkey, I would say usually that's a great idea, but I think that this place is so secluded that we don't even need to have a watch. We can all just get some rest.
Well, my people don't always keep watch, so
Spec
I have to.
What do you mean, yo, people?
Yeah, the people
if
from
you want to
my-
keep watch, you know, suit yourself, but we really don't need it.
Then I'll keep watch.
All right,
I will
then.
take a shift with you.
Suit
All right.
yourselves.
Thank you.
Spec
Okay.
said thinks that Conolingus and Monkey are going to get into some Monkey Conolingus business.
I believe you are mispronouncing my name, good sir. My name is Langus.
Yeah,
Langus
Spec
Volmator.
and said Conolingus.
No, Langus.
Specfest in the Fed says Conolingus.
It's
The
okay.
sound-
I
Sounds-
have thaumaturgy and make my voice boom with 3 times louder than normal. And I say in my booming, echoing voice, "My name is Langus."
Damn.
The
He
cave,
might
like,
be a little bit
does the
cunning,
cave,
but
Steven, like when the cave
Don't
collapses
say
in
it
on
every
him,
time.
does it crush him immediately, or is it just?
The forest around you erupts with the sound of birds taking off and cawing their excitement and surprise at the loud sound of Langus's voice echoing through the forest.
Do we see a pimp cane toting goblin in the cave?
You check the cave for pimp cane toting goblins, and you
Yeah.
find none.
Okay.
The
What
sun
about like an
sets.
instant
Be the
cave
sweetest-
crumbler that smashes the
That
cave
was
in?
one
as
of the
soon as
best
you
moments
enter?
ever, man. It was so good.
The sun sets, and dawn rises early the next morning. The night passed uneventfully. Monkey and Langus, both of your watches were quiet. Nothing came and approached the cave.
all right.
So for today, you're still operating under the survival roll of yesterday. Everybody mark down 1 ration. And then, Orion, Randy, would you please lead us onwards?
Do I have to? Can I like jump over a hex like that?
No,
Okay, we'll go.
you have to go through the intervening hexes.
I think I forgot to buy rations.
Oh,
I have a
Didn't you have
best
any
kit.
in your explorer's backpack or something?
I bought everything individually
Oh.
and forgot to buy rations. I bought a tent and a bedroll, and I spent money on like a holy amulet and a blanket and all sorts of like junk.
Look,
Yeah.
you can
Forgot to buy food.
have one of mine, but you city boys need to learn that you're gonna eat when we're out here on the road.
That's so weird that Neil would forget to buy food.
but he would
I-
buy everything else.
Yeah.
So Orion,
My-
Randy, you are sharing food with Langus of Volmator.
Indeed.
All right. Mark down 2 rations. Okay. So You've moved 1 hex to the east. Roll 2 D100 rolls. Oh. Okay, nice. So, let's see then. Time for me to roll.
Cue the battle Pokemon music.
Oh my god.
And
We
94
die.
is a missed dragon.
Okay, good. This is good. Chat, this is going to be fun.
Can
Did you
we
just flip
throw?
to page 94 of the Monstrous Manual?
Page 94. Well, I would need to roll 1d like 348 in order to make that happen.
I start throwing gold at it because I have so much of it. So
Yeah, you can like put it in a shit. There's another one. You can put it in a sling and just use it as ammunition.
That's actually a thing in Final Fantasy. You can shoot your money at guys.
Yeah, totally. Let me see. Everybody, give me a perception test.
if I had known, I would have boosted my perception.
Oh, that's too bad.
Perception is a useful skill.
I got
Excellent.
20.
Orion and Jeff, Spec Person the Third.
Please, thank you.
Shit, there you go with another gold piece. Orion and Spec Person the Third, both of you notice in a clearing off to your right a large elk corpse. Its neck has been severed and its head is hanging from the flesh of the front of its neck. It has been savaged by whatever beast killed it.
Spec
you-
Person the Third, I'd like to tell you guys that there's an elk over there. It's had its head goddamn nearly torn off.
Can I, as a ranger, tell like maybe what kind of beast made these marks on the elk?
You're going to go over and examine the slain creature?
Well, let's not say that, but perhaps from a distance.
But from your position, you are
Yes.
trying to evaluate and see what kind of a beast killed this elk.
Mhm.
Yeah, give me a perception test with disadvantage. Actually, perception or investigation, whichever you find more
Now,
advantageous.
Steven, I have, what is it called? I have
I roll it
animal handling, so I just like to revive the elk back to full health, I think. Just kind of massage its neck into well-being.
Okay, you're approaching the elk.
You know what? I am!
All
Spec
right.
Person the Third's walking over to massage the throat of the elk.
So
Spec Person the Third would like
Langus
to also
follows.
call it, yes, exactly. He would like
first, Orion,
brother in
Randy,
arms.
If
I need your roll.
if I see a spec person start to walk, then cancel my roll.
Okay, so you're sitting there looking very intently at this corpse.
I'm
and then
gonna
Spec Person the Third just walks straight past you, blustering.
yeah.
Alongside Langus as well. We're the Sword
I'm
Brothers.
gonna stay behind him, and I'm gonna use stealth if I can.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth roll.
Okay.
So the 4 of you now are all approaching the elk. Okay, great, 15. You're pretty well hidden. The 4 of you are now approaching the elk. Who's leading the investigation at the body? Now, Spec Person the Third was trying to massage it back to life. So give me an animal handling roll, Spec Person the Third.
Fantastic. I was waiting for this roll. 4.
Look at that! You failed to bring the elk back to life with animal handling.
Damn you, hands! Ah.
Are one of you trying to determine what did this? It looks like the attack of a natural creature.
I think we cut to me, and I'm literally like,
Yeah, I'm gonna if I don't see any immediate threat, I will go up to the corpse and try and discern what it is.
Don't you
While
touch
they are
it.
examining the creature, I would like to stand watch and observe the area around us.
Great. Give me a perception
Seeing,
test, Langus.
Oh. Seeing Langus do that, I'd like to climb up a tree and try to see like what's around us from here.
Yeah.
Pop your
What is your
Busacina
name?
scoop.
Monkey. Give me an athletics check.
You know, it dawns on Spec Person the Third that this elk is dead. We could get some good elk steak out of this and fill our rations.
It's true. You could each replenish 1 ration by carving up the steaks off of this elk, 1 more gold piece, and then smoking it in the and spending 2 hours to smoke the steaks that you cut off. So, Monkey, you climb up the tree without much effort at all. You have no problem
Obviously.
with that. Orion, give me an investigation check or a nature check.
Okay.
Investigation, not bad. It's definitely been slain by a, there's one more, by a predator of some kind. It looks like it was struck from above. Its neck appears to have been severed by a single sweeping blow that came from somewhere up high.
Okay. I immediately scan the canopy.
Wonderful. You see Monkey, like rocking back and forth. There's another gold. Rocking back and forth in the top of a tree. Monkey, give me a perception check with advantage. Now, what this means is that you're rolling 2 dice every time here. You're going to just use the better of the 2, whatever
Do
it
I
is.
just click twice on perception?
Nope, just click once.
Okay.
So you see you rolled a 15 and a 10. The 15 is the result that counts. If you had disadvantage, you'd be using the 10. That's the way advantage, disadvantage works with these macros. You see from your vantage point, Monkey, a few feathers scattered around the elk's resting place. They are large and colored purple and red.
We
Do
didn't
I
see these
know-
large feathers that we're sitting right next to.
Sorry, what was the question? Spec Person the Third?
We didn't see these large purple red feathers that we're sitting next to.
There's a lot of underbrush that you're wading through, and from the higher vantage point that Monkey has, she can look down through the gaps in the underbrush much more easily than you can lower to the ground. So she's able to see these feathers that are sort of spread out away from where your current location is, easier than you're able to right next to the elk, yes.
How
So-
large is large?
About 8 inches.
How large is large? 15 inches long?
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
very large.
That's very large.
Okay.
Based on what I'm seeing, do I have an idea of which type of creature this is? I also lived my whole life in like the forests and stuff, so I would think that maybe I know.
You would need to come down and examine these feathers up close. But the 4 of you putting your heads together and remembering your communal knowledge of forest creatures might be able to identify what kind of a creature it belonged to, yeah.
I just tell them from the tree, like, there's a couple feathers here and there, and I kind of point to them while still looking into the canopy.
Okay. You see nothing else from nearby.
Okay.
Spec Person the Third would like to identify that there doesn't seem to be much happening, so let's just leisurely cook these steaks and then be on our way.
Does
I
it
will
look like
inspect one of the feathers.
does
Alright.
it look like anything has been eaten out of the elk?
Yes, much of it has been eaten away. There's one more gold.
We're getting
Langus, how are you evaluating this feather?
I pick one up in my shield hand, or in my offhand. My shield is always strapped to my arm when I'm traveling about. And I
Got
kind of flip it over, turn it around, give it a smell, check to see if
Bit
the
of
part is
taste.
cooking, lick it a little bit.
Yeah.
I do your standard taste, touch, smell, feel.
And you're trying to consult your memory to see if this feather reminds you of any creatures you may have heard about.
Yes.
Give me a nature check.
Could I persuade you to do a history check?
History would be to see if you knew of any historical occurrences involving feathers. That might not
Yeah.
quite get you what you want. If you knew the nature of the creature, then you might be able to see through history if there were any important.
I figured
Moments
as
with
much,
this
but
creature.
you never know. Sometimes you get lucky.
An 11, unfortunately, doesn't quite give it to you. It's some large predatory bird. That's all you know.
I do not know what this creature is, but judging by the length of the feathers, it is larger than most natural ones. We ought to be careful, but it does seem to have fed but for now, so let's hurry up with these steaks and get a move on.
You know,
Do we really know this?
for example, Langus, you do know from examining the feather that the creature that dropped it is of medium size. What were you asking, Monkey?
large feathers on a medium-sized thing, man. What a combo.
was challenging the party to if we actually need this dead elk's corpse's food for us, considering we all have a lot of rations left.
Well, I say this from like the cook pit where I've got just the wafting elk steak smell coming up.
You've already started a fire and you're
Oh, yeah.
arranging some steaks cut over
I
it.
said that a while ago. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
All
We're,
right.
wast- we're wasting time here. We have a mission to do, and the goblins might be terrorizing a village.
Climbing up a tree. Now that's wasting time. Cooking steak. Spec Person the Third thinks that's time well spent.
I'm sorry
I'm
for
afraid I
finding
have to
each
side
other.
with Spec Person the Third here. I forgot to bring food along, and it would not be good to be caught without any.
Those
I will
elk
take the
steaks
blame for
smell
this one.
delicious too.
I'm going to take watch over here just in case these elk steaks draw back whatever creature killed it in the first place.
Yeah.
I'll stay in my tree. I don't want any of that dead animal steak. I'd rather eat my own killings, I guess.
Sir Person, do you have any assistance you need?
Spec Person the Third could always use another hand in the kitchen. Yes. Come on over.
I head
Excellent.
over and lend him a hand.
You all begin settling into your routine as Spec Person the Third begins cooking these steaks. Do you have some sort of like grill setup, or you have like a frying pan with you? There's one gold.
Well, it
You
is
have a
called
frying pan?
the Randy Boys and the One Grill.
And one grill, yeah. So we'll use.
Oh, so you have a
Use the
grill
grill.
with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. The steaks smell delicious. This heady scent of freshly killed elk meat rises to your nostrils. And as you all stand around waiting for the steaks to cook through, you hear from the skies. Orion Randy, you're looking to the heavens, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see, chat. We see Orion Randy's face looking up as his eyes widen, and we see his grip on his bow tighten as the shadow of a large bird flies over him. We catch only the faintest glimpse, but we see that off of the head of this beast, there's the outline of antlers casting a shadow onto the ground.
Elk
Let's take our
bird.
first 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll see what happens with this creature.
All right.